Working in archaeology can be a thrilling and fulfilling job. There's always something fascinating waiting to be found, and in the process of unearthing these finds, you learn more about how the world once was. That insight allows historians to see the past in a new light and can change the way we think about history. The last few years have been especially active for those in the digging and discovering field, and here are just a few of their most extraordinary discoveries. Number 15. World SIP's oldest human structure. When I heard the news this morning, I couldn't just scroll past. A stone wall built 23,000 years ago, older than Egypt's pyramids by 16,000 years, has been officially recognized as the world's oldest known human structure. And it wasn't found in Egypt or Mesopotamia. It was found inside a cave in Thessaly, Greece, called Theopetra. This wall was built by real people to block out the freezing cold during the Ice Age, most likely for survival. The scientists dated it using optically stimulated luminescence, a method that can pinpoint the last time minerals like sand were exposed to sunlight. That's how they nailed down its age. This cave wasn't abandoned either. People lived there for more than 13,000 years, from the Upper Paleolithic to the Neolithic. Archaeologists found fire pits, stone tools, and even children's footprints. After Theopetra, nothing like it appeared for millennia. The next known structure came thousands of years later in Çatalhöyük, Turkey, dating back to around 7,400 BCE, considered one of the earliest organized cities. From there, megalithic structures like Stonehenge appeared in Europe between 5,000 and 3,000 BCE, but Theopetra's wall predates them all. Today, the cave is closed to the public, and rightfully so. It holds untouched evidence of ancient life that still needs careful study. Number 14. Viking Elite Cemetery. This month, archaeologists from the Mosgard Museum unearthed the 10th century Viking burial site during a construction project in Lisbjerg, Denmark. The cemetery contained 30 graves, likely belonging to an aristocratic family once settled nearby, on farmland first identified in the 1980s. Many of the graves included valuable items such as coins, ceramics, and beads, underscoring the social rank of those buried. The most intriguing discovery was the grave of a woman interred with a rare wooden chest measuring 12.5 inches square. The box featured an intricate locking system, silver-plated hardware, and fancy rivets. According to archaeologist Mads Raven, only 3 similar chests have been documented across Viking-era Scandinavia. Inside were personal effects, pearls, gold-threaded ribbon, and a pair of scissors. Researchers estimate the site dates to the reign of Harald Bluetooth, one of Denmark's most prominent Viking kings. It's believed the family may have served as regional lords or royal stewards, but who knows? Number 13. The Cursed Tomb of Beit Shearim. In 2022, archaeologists at Beit Shearim, a UNESCO-listed necropolis in Israel, uncovered a previously unknown tomb sealed for nearly 2 millennia. But what truly caught attention was the blood-red warning inscribed on its entrance. The message, written in ancient Greek, reads, "Yaakov Hagar vows to curse anyone who opens this grave. Do not open it." I was 60 years old. Tomb curses weren't uncommon in antiquity, often meant to ward off grave robbers or deter those who might reuse burial spaces. What's unusual is the clarity and preservation of this warning. While the interior has not been fully explored, early analysis shows the tomb contains a single sarcophagus, possibly untouched since burial. Out of caution or superstition, researchers have avoided disturbing it further for now. The Beit Shearim necropolis dates back to the 2nd century CE and served as a major burial ground for Jewish elites. This tomb reinforces that even among the dead, personal space and the threat of supernatural consequences were taken seriously. Number 12. Strange runes in Ontario mystery solved. In the forests near Wawa, Ontario, a massive bedrock slab etched with 255 unusual carvings, including a ship, puzzled archaeologists for years. Led by Ryan Primrose of the Ontario Centre for Archaeological Education, the site baffled researchers until Swedish rhinologist Henrik Williams helped decipher it. Together, they identified the carvings as Nordic runes, forming a 1611 translation of the Lord's Prayer in Swedish. The team connected the script to Swedish workers hired by the Hudson's Bay Company in the 19th century to staff remote trading outposts, including the Mishapikaden post near the site. The area may have served as a makeshift prayer ground for these settlers. While the exact reason behind carving such a detailed and time-consuming inscription into solid rock remains unknown, the religious context is now clear. The mystery of why here still lingers, but the find offers an unexpected window into spiritual life among early European workers deep in Canadian wilderness, blending Nordic tradition with colonial frontier life in a way no one anticipated. Well, 2025 is amazing, isn't it? Number Elf. Hidden Scrolls. Now this one is a jackpot. In 2018, researchers made an unexpected find inside a Buddhist statue in Japan, a hidden collection of relics and scrolls. The 30-inch Bodhisattva statue had stood untouched at the Hokiji Temple in Nara for centuries. When university students scanned it using CT imaging, they found over 180 items stored inside its hollow structure. The statue's surface has no visible seams or access points, which means it was most likely constructed with the intent to preserve these sacred items and then sealed completely. Experts believe the scrolls were placed there for safekeeping more than 700 years ago and haven't been accessed since. Even the temple's head priest, who had walked past it for decades, had no clue. Despite growing academic interest, the priest has refused to allow the statue to be opened. Since the surface is completely intact, the only way to study its contents would be to break it open. For now, the messages remain trapped inside, unread and unreachable. Number 10. The Ayanar Stone Idol of Vellore. In June 2022, residents of Vellore, which is located in India, clearing brush for a new road, stumbled upon a carved stone figure now believed to be a rare representation of the deity Ayanar. Local historian and numismatist C. Tamilan identified the statue and dated it to the 7th century Pallava dynasty. The carving, roughly 3 feet tall, depicts a figure associated with prosperity and safe passage, especially for traders. Tamilan's suggestion that the statue served as a spiritual guide for merchant guilds traveling through ancient Tamil Nadu aligns with some references in early temple inscriptions. However, national archaeologists have advised that proper museum analysis is necessary before officially dating or identifying the figure. The artifact's discovery adds weight to theories that Yanaya worship was more widespread during the Sangam and early medieval periods than previously thought. For now, the statue remains in the care of local villagers who have resisted calls to turn it over to the state, citing cultural heritage. Number 9. Prehistoric bird bone flutes. A team of researchers, including Professor Tal Simmons from Virginia Commonwealth University, found rare prehistoric wind instruments made from bird bones at the Ain Malaha site in northern Israel. Published in June 2023 in Scientific Reports, the discovery dates back more than 12,000 years to the Natufian culture, a group of hunter-gatherers who lived in the Levant between 13,000 and 9,700 BCE. The team identified 1,112 bones from 59 bird species, shedding light on regional biodiversity and human occupation patterns. Among these were 7 aerophones bone flutes, some still intact and capable of producing high-pitched sounds resembling raptor calls. These instruments are the first of their kind found in the Near East and may have been used in communication, hunting, or spiritual ceremonies. Their existence suggests music and sound played a role in early cultural practices. The flutes are currently preserved in the zoological collections of the Hebrew University in Jerusalem and represent a significant leap in understanding the symbolic world of Natufian-era societies. Number 8. Human ritual in Croatia. Sips Crano Jezero Cave. Archaeologists from Dubrovnik museums have revealed over 4 millennia of human activity within Crno Jezero, aka Black Lake Cave, located near Ponikvi on Croatia's Pelješac Peninsula. The 780-foot-long cave winds 300 feet underground and has been used continuously since the Bronze Age. Initially, the cave served as a seasonal shelter, particularly during conflicts or harsh weather. Between the 9th and 6th centuries BCE, it became a burial ground. Its peak usage came in later centuries when Illyrian groups transformed it into a sacred space. Excavations uncovered miniature ceramics, Greek and local, offered in religious rituals alongside luxury amphorae and drinking cups used in wine ceremonies. These items weren't part of daily Illyrian life, pointing to specialized symbolic use. The final layer of activity dates to the 13th century CE, with human bones discovered deep in the cave's recesses. It's unclear whether these remains were ritual burials or victims of entrapment. Regardless, the site captures a super-rare, continuous thread of spiritual use stretching back 4,000 years. Number set. Viking boat graffiti in Iceland. In East Iceland's Stöðvarfjörður region, archaeologists have discovered a stone carving believed to be the oldest depiction of a ship ever found in Iceland. Unearthed at the Stöða archaeological site in 2023, the engraving was found embedded in the wall of an older structure predating Iceland's permanent settlement. While ship carvings are common across Scandinavia, this is the first of its kind found on the island and likely the earliest drawing discovered in Iceland. Excavations at Stöða began in 2015, focusing on a longhouse from the early settlement era. The structure, measuring 103 feet, is the largest known in Iceland and has yielded silver jewelry, beads, and even coins from Roman and Middle Eastern origins. Beneath it, remains of an even older longhouse suggest a seasonal camp, possibly established by a Norwegian chief who led resource expeditions to the island. Geophysical surveys have revealed further structures and burial mounds nearby, reinforcing the significance of the site and the early maritime connections of its occupants. Number 6. The oldest hand-sewn boat wreck. Marine archaeologists are preparing to extract a rare hand-stitched shipwreck known as the Zambratija boat from the coastal waters of Croatia for further research. Estimated to be around 3,000 years old and dating between the 12th and 10th centuries BCE, the vessel is believed to be the oldest fully hand-sewn boat in the Mediterranean. Measuring roughly 39 feet in length, with 23 feet still in exceptional condition, the craft was built using pliable plant fibers to bind wooden planks together, a method used before metal fastenings came into use. The Zambratija boat represents a distinctive style of ancient shipbuilding from the Istrian and Dalmatian coasts, incorporating specialized techniques in hull construction, waterproofing, and assembly. Founded in 2014, the boat will be partially lifted by divers on July 2, 2023. Its fibers and timberwork will undergo lab analysis before restoration begins in France. Once restored, it will be permanently displayed in a dedicated museum in Pula, preserving the maritime legacy of ancient Istria. Number 5. Viking Age phallic stone. During railway construction in Tisberga, Sweden, archaeologists from Uppdrag Archaeology discovered a rare Viking-era phallic stone, a striking find within Swedish archaeology. The carved stone, 2 feet tall, was embedded in the core of a grave mound, near an egg-shaped tombstone. Though similar symbols have been identified in Norway, their appearance in Sweden remains uncommon. Norse mythology often associated phallic imagery with gods like Freyr and Heimdall, symbolizing fertility, virility, and male potency. The stone features a flat base, leans at a 60-degree tilt, and bears engraved lines forming a symbolic representation. Rebecca Johnson of Uppdrag Archaeology noted its rare form and unambiguous meaning, adding she had never encountered such an artifact in Sweden before. While ancient Romans wore phallus charms as good luck symbols, Viking interpretations varied, possibly aligning with ritual or sexual connotations. The find serves as a reminder that aspects of Viking belief, especially around fertility and sacred masculinity, are still being reinterpreted even in their cultural heartlands. Number 4. Matrilineal Neolithic Society in China. People from Peking University and the Shandong Institute of Cultural Relics and Archaeology have revealed compelling evidence of a matrilineal society at the Neolithic Fujia site, situated near the historical cradle of Chinese civilization. This is the first early society of its kind confirmed anywhere in East Asia. Excavations previously unearthed 2 burial grounds linked to the Dawanku culture, dated between 2750 and 2500 BCE. In the new study, scientists analyzed DNA from 60 individuals, 14 from the northern cemetery and 46 from the southern one. All of the individuals in the northern group shared identical maternal lines, as shown through mitochondrial DNA. The southern cemetery showed similar consistency, with 44 out of 46 sharing another maternal lineage. Meanwhile, Y chromosome data revealed that the male population came from a wide array of paternal backgrounds. This shows that women remained within their natal clans for generations, while men migrated into their communities, overturning the long-standing assumption that Neolithic societies in this region followed only patrilineal systems. Number 3. Ornate Roman sarcophagus. A Roman marble sarcophagus, buried for nearly 1,700 years, has been found near Caesarea by archaeologists from the Israel Antiquities Authority. The elaborately sculpted coffin is the first of its kind discovered in the region. It features a mythological tableau, the god Dionysus locked in a wine-drinking contest with Hercules. Dionysus, victorious and steady, stands surrounded by a vivid entourage, satyrs, maenads, big cats, the god Hermes, marching in celebration. According to IAA archaeologist Nohar Shahar, the scene goes beyond a festive tribute. The figures aren't just revealing, he noted. They're escorting the deceased into the afterlife, where wine and dance become symbols of release and rebirth. The sarcophagus offers a distinctly Roman view of death, not as an end, but as a passage. Hercules, meanwhile, slouches in the background, barely able to stand, his defeat by Dionysus etched in stone. The craftsmanship and symbolism of the find present a vivid glimpse into Roman beliefs about mortality, legacy, and the journey beyond life. Number 2. Norman-era defensive tower. Archaeologists working in Chichester's Priory Park have uncovered the stone foundations of a Norman-period defensive tower, evidence that reshapes assumptions about the city's medieval fortifications. Previously, it was believed that Chichester's Modern Bailey Castle was constructed entirely from timber, but recent work led by the Chichester District Council has revealed a far more robust structure, including a stone bridge and masonry causeway. The newly discovered tower, likely a barbican, was built to protect the entrance to the castle and demonstrates the considerable investment in military architecture by the ruling elite. While its exact patron remains uncertain, experts believe it may have been commissioned by the Earl of Arundel during the mid-1100s, or possibly even by King Henry II. It's a remarkable conclusion, said James Kenny, an archaeologist with the CDC. Finds like this are rare. This may well be the most impressive piece of medieval architecture I've ever excavated, and I agree with him. Number 1. Shang Dynasty Tombs and Chariot Burial. In northwest China's Shanxi province, the Jiagao archaeological site has yielded an impressive cache of artifacts from the late Shang dynasty, dated between 1600 and 1046 BCE. This excavation revealed 9 high-status tombs, offering rare insight into the political and geographic scope of the civilization. Spanning 11 hills along the lowest plateau, the site includes remains of rammed earth structures, aristocratic tombs, smaller cemeteries, and workshops for casting copper. The grave goods are exceptional: bronze chariot and horse fittings, bronze ornaments with turquoise inlay, carved bones adorned with turquoise, gold earrings, copper arrowheads, axes, and intricately made lacquerware. Especially notable is a tomb with equestrian gear, marking the region's first late Shang chariot and horse burial. These findings shed light on the Shang's governance and territorial control. The bronze fittings, jade items, engraved bones, lacquerware, and tortoise shells, strikingly similar to those found at Yingsu, the Shang capital, demonstrate strong economic and cultural ties between the lowest plateau and communities over 350 miles east in the Central Plains. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.